talk. She's so cool and she rocks. Italian Beauty, name it Italian Beauty. Let's go. She's so cool and she rocks. She's so cool and she rocks. Real talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Darlene PIERRE-LOUIS. I am your host, Darlene PIERRE-LOUIS. Every opportunity we get to say thank you to you, it is an honor and a privilege to do so. Without your support, without your viewing, without your streaming and listening to our show, we would still not be on the air or on the radio stations that you are listening to us on. My name is Darlene PIERRE-LOUIS, and it is an opportunity that I look forward to be able to sit down with the people in our community, with the stars, with the pioneers, with the people doing their magic and making sure that we are well taken care of in every aspect of taken care of. So on Real Talk, we get an opportunity to talk to different people, and we get to know them a little better. You may know them as a musician, you may know them as fathers and as caretakers and doctors, but we on Real Talk get to know the individual as a person. So welcome to Real Talk, Dany. Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I am good. I know you're very busy, so I am honored to have you here on our show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks to yourself. Thanks to Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Yes.
And the rest of the team. So as you can see, you're in my living room. This is not an interrogation.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
We're just going to have a little dialogue, give the people an opportunity to know you and to also know what's going on with you, because I know you have an event coming up, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So Dany, growing up, did you see yourself doing the profession you're in?
Absolutely not.
I love it. I love it.
It was, so just to let y'all know, my name is Daniel Pierre.
Daniel Pierre.
No Louis behind it.
No Louis.
And the kid, just the Pierre. I played with the band named Tabou and people know me as Dany or Dany Lebeau or and all that. But music was never my first choice of career in life. So I was supposed to become a dentist.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Long story short, my mother was a nurse. She worked with a very well-known doctor in Fort Lauderdale in those days, named Dr. Fonfon. Joseph Fonfon Jr. And after school, especially around I think I was going to Sunrise Middle School. After school, she didn't want me hanging out
after school
by myself, so she gave me a responsibility.
Of course she did.
Which was, she found me a job, which was next door to where she was working was a dentist named Dr. Pierre Michel, who was Dr. Fonfon's best friend, and they got me to come and start working in there. So
you're doing were you getting paid or were you doing
I was getting paid.
He's like, oh yeah, I was getting paid. I wasn't working for free.
I was getting to work for free.
So you're getting the experience and you're getting compensated.
Hands-on
I love
experience,
that.
And I mean, I was probably getting
at those times probably $2-3 an hour,
$120 a week, which was huge.
Yeah, of course. You said you were what, Sunrise
Middle School.
So, that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Oh what? Look at you.
And so I started learning how to develop X-rays, assisting him, and doing surgery,
making
and
sure the utensils were there for
everything
him.
was there, knowing all the different things.
God,
I was
so
doing
cool.
insurance
billing. What?
Picking up money. The doctor would actually leave end of the day because Dr. Fonfon closed later, so he would leave me at the office.
Because you're being supervised by Dr. Fonfon.
And I'm collecting all of the money that's being made.
That's a big responsibility.
We're talking $1,500, $2,000 a day.
Oh wow!
I'm taking to the bank, doing the deposits and
as
stuff.
As a middle schooler?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So it was that trust, and I started to like the profession. So fast forward, I'm going to college. I went to New York to start. One of the best dental programs in the U.S. at the time was a college called Hostos College, which was up on 149th and Grand Concourse.
Okay, for those New Yorkers, I'm sure you know where he's talking about.
Yeah. So I started going there, and being in New York in those times, you're talking about 90s, you know, New York has always been a big music place. So hip hop was very current and, you know, young. And so I found myself in chemistry class, you know, instead of writing, you know, periodic table of elements, I'm writing down a bass line that's going through my head. And after school, instead of going to hit the books, I'm going to the studio. And there were so many little studios downtown Brooklyn and all that. So I fell right into it. And
how did that make you feel?
You know what? I was unsure at first because I always wanted to do to make my parents proud, because you know, I know that my mom, as a matter of fact, one of the last things that happened was my mom was so disappointed when she heard that I stopped going to school. She sent me, instead of sending me a birthday card on my birthday, she sent me kind of like turned it into a birthday card, but it was a sheet of the periodic table of elements, and she wrote something on there. And with that, we didn't speak after that for like 6-7 years.
Oh my God.
Straight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She was that disappointed.
Yeah, very, very disappointed.
Oh my.
Very disappointed. It wasn't until even my dad never kind of showed it because my dad was also a musician himself.
So
but
it was in
as
your
a
blood.
pastor though, in a church, it was a bit of a disappointment. You know, and then I joined Tabou Combo on top of that. So now
you're not.
Not only I'm on music,
you left the Christian world behind.
No, Le Monde, you know, which is.
I know.
You know,
which is a bad thing.
Haram.
You play with the devil.
Yeah, you know, but then my dad, just going forward, my dad, I took a couple of the musicians, like Jean-Claude Jean, Renal Valmet, who was one of my best friends, to my dad's house a couple of times when we came, and he got to meet them.
Yeah, he realized that they're not vagabond.
Of course.
They just are exercising their passion.
And then my dad knew a lot of people too, like in the circle, right? Like Aubry, Bellafont, all these guys. I'm pretty sure even Alan. So he would ask people, how is he? Like, is he doing things?
Tell me the truth. Is he really good? Is there hope for him?
not even on that aspect. More on like my behavior. Am I drinking? Am I smoking? Am I getting into drugs? Am I like more like stuff like that? And everyone's like, no, your kid is like, he doesn't even drink.
He's a true pre-K.
At the time, I didn't even drink. You know, my highlight was a cranberry vodka, and that was it, just one, and I was good. So time went by. I got into the American music industry, writing and producing for people. When I was signing my first big publishing deal, I flew my dad out to New York with EMI.
And Mom heard this and still didn't come?
Yeah, Mom, no, actually, my relationship with my mom was a little bit more distant because she really like
wanted you in the science world.
She didn't care. She told me straight up, I don't care if you become the biggest movie star or this multimillionaire, you're not doing what you were supposed to be doing. And so it was kind of hard, and it took some years. And now my mom and I
was gonna say, how's the love relationship?
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great. My dad as well. When I got my first platinum plaque,
oh my goodness,
he received one and hung it up right in the living room when you open the door. So in the end, I got to do something
that you love,
that I love,
and you got paid for it.
And I got paid for it, and I'm still doing it. I got to travel and see the world. I got to perform, bring happiness to a lot of people through my music, through my songs. Actually, one of the best compliments or best things that happened to me was, I would say, maybe about 8 years ago, I was in London, because I lived in, that's a whole other story.
Well, we'll probably peel some layers of onion.
For like eight and a half years. So I'm sitting at home one night, it was probably about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not sleeping, and I'm just browsing through the net, And there was this song. There's a song that I wrote with an artist named Joss Stone.
Okay.
Okay. She was huge back then. Like we sold probably about 15 million records with her. Like huge. So there's a song on the album. It's called Mind, Body, and Soul. It's called Security, and that's the very first song that I wrote with her.
Okay.
And the message in that song, it was a great song. I knew it was a great song, but I didn't know. So I'm reading some comments, and see, I have goosebumps.
I'm feeling your energy right here.
People are writing, you know, like there's this person that wrote, and this is the first time I'm seeing this. Okay, the record's been out maybe 5-6 years prior. This song has helped me through the passing of my son who had gotten into a car accident. This one, you know, is saying about their parents. This one through the relationship, and I'm talking over 500-600 comments.
Oh my God!
In that same spirit. So
how did that make you feel?
That's the thing. I think that was the best feeling I ever had, to know that I wrote and produced something, you know, audible that was that powerful to help someone go through a loss, go through feelings and, you know, hurt and pain. So
you have soothed them, you help coach them, you help you were like a blanket.
Yeah, so that
you
was
were their comfort.
So that was the best payment for me. And then I just go back. Imagine if I didn't pursue what I was doing to write that song. I'm not saying that person wouldn't have found another song.
I mean, as a dentist, you could have, you know, you could give somebody a great smile again, you know?
Yeah. But, you know, then afterwards, the joke was when I found out that in the U.S., the number one, I don't know if it's still the same, but I'm probably sure, the number one suicidal career
is dentist.
Right?
I didn't understand that. I read that in an article, and I was like, explain that to me. Make that make sense. I don't get that.
Yeah, so I could have been dead right now. Still, I'm just saying, right? I mean,
did you say that to your mom? Did you send her that?
Yeah, I said that. She's
you
like,
sent her the article?
Like, okay, son, okay.
I love that.
Okay.
But that's a
fact.
That's a fact. And that's something we should address. So I'm going to ask you to look into your camera, because what I heard from what I heard you saying is that you pursued your passion, but then years later, you had an opportunity to hear from people or read from people as to what your passion, by your obedience to pursuing your passion, did for them. So look into your camera and talk to someone.
So it's a blessing. I'm just saying, you know what, especially to parents, right? Let's start from the root of it all. So as a child, if you have a child, I think the best thing, I'm not giving anyone
advice. Parental advice. It's not a parental advice show.
But it just makes sense,
it makes
right?
sense, yeah.
If you observe, I think anyone that observes their kid, if you really observe their kid, I think starting at probably around the age of 3, 4, you know, for later, you start to see what a child is attracted to. Like,
you know, it's funny you're saying that, because this morning on my radio show, I talked about that. I talked about, it's so funny, and you and I we haven't seen each other all day.
In a long time.
In a long time. Yeah. So, and we didn't have any phone conversation.
No, nothing.
This is ordained. This
is organic live right now.
This is ordained. It has to be said. I'm going to let you finish, and I'm going to tell you what I talked about this morning. Oh my God.
And I think as a parent, every parent should be there to basically push the child in whatever they want to do, because it's not like back in the days where you had to be a doctor or
engineer.
Haitians only knew as a Haitian, they knew three
doctor,
lawyer, avocat, engineer.
Oh,
that's
4 avocat too.
Avocat.
Doctor. Oh, that's a lawyer.
Avocat, lawyer. Yeah. So if you weren't one of those back in the days, it was kind of like a disappointment. No, it was nothing. It was considered nothing. Whereas today, there's this kid, Haitian descendant kid, Kai Sena, you heard of him?
I heard about that.
Multi-millionaire, right? Off of just what do you call it? Podcast, right? Who would have thought?
Because he brings other people on, and he's not. It's not about him. He's not being selfish. He is sharing with the world. He's giving people a voice that wouldn't otherwise have a voice.
And the world has changed a lot where people are now not just, kids are not just impressed by or following the past into going into the traditional professions. Everyone has, you know, an entrepreneurial type of mind because we're all exposed to that's the
especially
world
this generation.
right now, especially this generation, because you're seeing everything on Instagram, on TikTok, on stuff, and so many ideas. Like, you know, even for people like the Kardashians, look, you know, they're into clothing, maybe anything. You can make money with anything. I mean, which is the end goal, right?
Because the Bible says, raise up a child the way he should go. So as parents, we are guardians. We are supposed to help pivot them. And like you started to say, you said 3, 4. I have 2 granddaughters. At 2 years old, I could see. I was saying this morning, whenever we finish watching a show, they know we turn off the TV, there's a spot for the remote. My little 2-year-old would take the remote, she puts it in the drawer, and then she grabs my hand, she puts on her shoes, and we're going to go outside for a walk. She has the routine. You can tell she's very disciplined. When she's putting her shoes by the door, the way she puts it by the door. When she's sitting, the way she sits. You can see all the mannerism and the temperament. And then my other one is climbing and jumping. I said, Daddy, jumping. You need to put her into ballet, some kind of gymnastics.
Yeah, something physical.
Because that's what she likes.
That's what it is. And everyone is born with a spirit. And that spirit is what's in you that's going to guide you to whatever you're going to be. You know, so spiritually speaking, I think you know, everyone is destined for something. We all have a purpose on this earth.
And our paths are different as to how we go through that route. You went through that route by via dental. Your mother's like, you're not staying after school and hanging out with these boys and become little hoodlums. I'm going to put you to work. You're blessed because I had my internship with no pay.
Oh my God.
You got paid.
I started getting paid since I was a kid, and I couldn't imagine
$125 per week as a middle schooler.
Yeah, but then here's the catch to it. You know, my mom used to take
the money. Oh, my mom would borrow. My mother would borrow.
Yeah, she borrowed.
It was an eternal borrow and never got paid back.
She came through a couple times when I wanted a couple of pair of Bally's and this and that. And imagine back then buying a pair of sneakers that's $100, right?
Now it's
oh yeah, now it's way more.
$100 for a pair of tennis shoes?
Back then it was kind of, it was like paying $1,000 for a pair of shoes. Now like buying Yeezys or something, right? But
you were able to pivot. I call it pivoting. You're able to go through that path of dentistry because you actually registered to go to a school. You actually attended the school. You actually were exposed to your love via the route of going to dentistry school.
Of course, I took an SAT exam, passed with flying colors, you know, and this and that, and then somehow just came into what I'm.
So you just talked to the parents about allowing and seeing and paying attention and listening to your students, your kids. And this morning I talked about not just parents, because if you are an aunt or you have cousins and nephews and nieces, you're in that child's life. You may see things that the parents may not see. So if you can help guide and mold them, like pay for after school activities, pay for karate, pay for whatever that you see that the child is passionate about. And now I'm going to talk to the kids, the students. If you have people in your life, adults in your life, it could be a neighbor, it could be a pastor, it could be somebody in your church that sees you and they're willing to offer that olive branch to you, take it. Because you never know where that's going to go. Yes, your mother may want you to be an engineer or attorney or a doctor. You go that route because look what happened with Dany. You went through the route of becoming a dentist, you did the work, and you went to the school, but then music found you.
It just came and found me.
The desire of your heart.
Oh, and I have one more. This is the funniest thing, by the way. So, and then I want to kind of like get more into what
we're here for. No worries, but this is to get to know you.
So my mom's brother, Uncle Jacques, who was an engineer. And then something happened with the branch that he was specializing in that became obsolete because technology took over and they replaced it. So he ended up having to drive a yellow cab. in New York to survive.
Okay, to survive, pay the bills,
because
put
now
food on the
that
table.
job is obsolete,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You see what happened, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
you went from being an engineer, you spent years in school, to now driving a cab. And so now, my uncle, who's, you know, good advice, saying, you know, so now I'm in the music, I'm trying to do my thing, you know, and he's like, so Dany, you think you're gonna make it in the American music
This is
world?
the engineer now, cab driver.
Yeah,
He's asking you if you think you're gonna make it.
Yeah. I said, yeah. He said, man,
It's
do you know anybody in
the industry
music
that makes
scene?
it?
How are you gonna get in?
Wow.
I said, I don't know. I'm gonna meet somebody. I'm gonna meet some people.
I love that.
He said, you really think so? I said, yeah. He said, you know what I think? I said, no. He said, I think you should listen to your mother and get back into school, and you know, and
This is an engineer that's not driving a cab.
So I remember I said, you know what? This is crazy, man, with your Haitians. I said, if Michael Jordan, for instance, was or Mike Tyson, let's say one of them, had Haitian parents, they would never be doing what they're doing right
You
now.
said that to
right?
your
I
uncle?
said that to my uncle.
Oh my God.
And this is the punchline. So my uncle said, well, you're not Michael Jordan or you're not Mike Tyson. They're very unique. I said, well, it's the same with me. I'm Daniel Pierre. I'm unique, and I'm going to do. So one of the first things I did when I signed my first publishing deal, okay, is I came back and I gave him a nice check. I said, this is from my music, you know, this and that. So that was a big moment for me.
So listen up.
But he meant well.
Of course he did, because that's, okay, they're living from the fear and the scarcity mindset. That's what he was brought up with. Engineering was a secure field. Being a dentist is a secure field, even though the #1 suicide among those professionals are dentists. But that's what he knew. He can only give you out of what he has, what's in his well, what's in his fountain. But listen to what happened. The best way to prove to someone is by succeeding. Don't fight with them, don't argue with them, don't even get mad at them, because they are being able to preach to you or to communicate with you from their lack, from their scarcity, and from their fear. I like that you didn't project that. That means your self-esteem was grounded, because once you found music, you were sold.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine if you're on the fence, you're vacillating, you're not sure?
Yeah, no, because you know, and something else that people always say, you know, especially with people that go into the arts. Now let's broaden it up a bit, because it's not just music.
Oh,
right?
I know. It's art.
It's
painting. It's even symmetry. Tailors. You know,
all
that is part of the arts.
So people that tend to follow those routes, and the people that are behind them, always tend to tell them, well, get this degree.
Yes, just in case.
And so you have that
as
a backup. I'm not saying that's wrong, okay?
Because sometimes that degree helps you pay for your art. Yeah.
However, I find that those who really succeed, you go in, you put both feet in the water and you go.
You burn the boats.
Because the moment you have that
backup plan.
In your mind, well, if this doesn't work out, I always have this to fall back on. Guess what? You're going to be falling back. You're not going to give it, because when you put yourself in the water, you have to, you know, if you want to survive, you have to keep your head up.
I keep saying burning the ships. I can't remember what that's from though. Was it Thor or one of those?
Sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Is it Pirates? No, I thought it was Thor. It was a big 300 or Thors or something like that.
Epic,
when you go over there to conquer, you burn those ships. There's no way back home. So you have to succeed or die there.
That's it.
And so I understand where you're coming from with the people that are suggesting having a plan B. My plan B suggestion would be to have a plan B that complements
within the
So let's say you're into makeup artists and so forth, add hair. If you're into makeup artists, maybe add, you know, the what do you call the other type of makeup for movies? You know, the cosmetic, the one for scary movies or whatever. I forgot, there's a name for it in the industry. But get something that complements. Because if you can't do it on your own for now, you can always go get a job for someone in that same industry.
Within the same industry.
Because you're around your people still.
And it just makes you stronger.
And it adds to your resume and your repertoire.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I'm so happy you had enough self-esteem Yes.
You're getting a lot of good advice right now.
Listen, people, y'all better take some notes. Take some notes. Because I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is because my mother was so happy that my sister went to UM. She was going to be she was a pre-med student in University of Miami, full ride, and she was going to be a pediatrician.
Oh, nice.
She was happy that I was going to be a psychologist.
Oh, yeah.
She was happy that my brother was also going to be a psychologist, but he also decided to go back and get his engineering degree because ever since he was little, and I talked about that on my show this morning, my mother sent him a watch and he took the watch apart because he wanted to know how it works. And he put it back. It worked, but there's a lot of missing pieces. There's still a lot of pieces still left. But he put it back together and it worked. That's the way his mind works. So like we're saying to you parents, like we're saying to you children, that have people around them. If someone is willing to support your dream, be confident. Be sure about what you want, but be able to not have to have a fight with them. Because they're speaking to you out of love, but also from their fear, because they don't want you, they're growing. Mm-hmm. They're getting older. They want to make sure you can stand on your own 2 feet.
Absolutely.
You can feed yourself and you can put a roof over your head.
Mm-hmm.
We've done our lesson for the day. Now let's talk about why we're really here.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Real Talk with Dany. Dany, talk to me about your music.
Well, as far as everything's going on right now, I know that we're having a big show with Tabou Combo.
Yes.
Is it May
16th?
May 16th.
Yes.
Okay.
So tell me about how you got involved with Tabou Combo and then bring us forward to today.
Okay, so I got involved with Tabou Combo. I had a friend named Marco Polo.
Oh, I've heard of Marco Polo.
Who knew Copy.
Okay, I've met Copy.
From Tabou Combo. And this is before I moved to New York. I'm probably like 17 years old. And I'm playing, church every Sunday.
So you played what instrument did you play? The organ, piano, okay.
Yes, I played bass, guitar, and drums.
So
as a lot of church musicians.
Yes, you have to.
You start, And
was this in your father's church?
It's my dad's church.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
your friend connected you?
The friend told Copy, hey, I know this kid who can sequence your music for you.
Nice.
And Copy was like, yeah, who is he? And we met up. It was Copy and Jean-Claude Jean Cook that came. And there's a song called Riel. La c'est pas ça, maman va prétendre. So that was the very first song. They came to the house, to Marco's house, and I see, and I was done with it in probably like an hour.
Are you more auditory or can you read music too?
Well, so I started playing the piano and organ, just
auditory. Okay.
But I learned music theory because I played the viola
what?
in school. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was able to. So I'm able to apply it.
Okay, I like
to both.
that.
Yeah. So I came in and I did in an hour, and they were so impressed. They were like, "Well, listen, we're going to be working on a record in New York. Would you be interested to come and work on some songs with us in New York?" And I was like,
yeah, perfect, because I'm going to school in New York.
York.
See how everything orchestrates?
Yep, and it just,
do you see how that aligns? Yes, yes.
So I get to New York, and not only I did the programming for all the songs, I worked with Elise people know at the time, with Thermal, with the band. It was a big studio called Power Station, and we recorded there. And there was someone that came with, because Tabou Combo always kind of did like the traditional compa, but always added a little
twist
funk
to it.
and some English stuff or whatever.
Yes.
So they heard me singing, and they were like, why don't you sing a song on the record? So I was like, all right, cool. And I came with this song called Amba.
Give a little taste. Give us a little taste.
Amba. Wa chérie, wa femme volée, hem douce, amba. So you find that on that record. And then the song that kind of like really put me on the map was Feel Good. Dun, dun, dun. A party people, let's go party all night long till the break of dawn. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Feel good.
I think I've heard Alan playing that.
And then everybody's like, oh, yeah, move your body. Oh, don't hurt nobody. Oh, yeah, keep on moving and keep on grooving. Taboo combos jumping.
I'm gonna have my list of preference.
Yup, you know. So, shot a video for that song.
Oh my God.
The people in Martinique and Guadeloupe, and it became this big
yeah,
thing.
Oh yeah.
And
you're international.
There I was, and that's how it happened. And so, like you were saying, although Taboo Combo is a big band,
yes,
for what I wanted to accomplish,
yes,
I made Taboo Combo become my 9 to 5.
Yes.
While I went to I would play on the weekends. Those times we're playing 3-4 times a weekend. And during the week, I had a studio downtown Brooklyn called Funky Slice. A lot of people went there, including Biggie, Smalls, and right, like just we're talking about those days. Where I said to them, look, I need a room back there, but I don't want to pay money. I'll provide my services as a
bartering. Look at you.
And they heard some of my stuff, and they gave me a room, and I basically lived in that studio.
Closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Absolutely.
Ask for what you need. And it's not always about money, people, but if you're going to give of your service, make sure you're giving top notch, you're giving value, and you're giving above and beyond.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of time when people are bartering, which is why I stopped doing that in my industry, is because I give to you what I say I'm going to give to you as if you were paying me my full fee.
Absolutely. With all your heart.
With all my heart. If I need to bring in extra staff, I bring in extra staff and I deliver. But in return, I haven't been able to get that same in return.
Well, that's pretty hard, in life in general. Life in general. And when you give because you're protecting your reputation, which is the number one thing.
In my craft.
Which is the number one thing in anything you do, right? So because, somebody's gonna know somebody that's gonna know somebody that needs something, and then be like, why didn't you try this person? Oh yeah, I heard of, I actually used them.
One person
They're
removed.
great. One person, it's kind of like going to see a movie. How many times, you go to, oh, you saw that movie? How was it?
Yes.
Word of mouth. Yes. So always got to give the best quality and do things.
Be your full authentic self in whatever you do. If you, like the young lady who braided my hair, I was so pleased with her. Now I didn't expect to spend all day there.
It's great. It looks great, by the way.
And it's been, 2.5, 3 weeks.
And you'll always go to her.
I will drive to Broward and go to her. I've been telling so many people about her. I even got a couple of her cards because not only she gave me great service, she catered to me because I couldn't sit for all day. So she allowed me to stand up and
Nice.
And that's what we need to understand. Whatever your craft is, whatever your gift is, whatever your passion is, give fully of yourself to that craft, to that passion, and give value.
And take it seriously.
Take it seriously, even if you're not getting paid. Unlike him, he got paid. Middle schooler getting paid $125 a week. My goodness.
Jesus, that was big money.
What?
Middle school, what? That's a lot of school lunches.
That is a lot of school lunches.
No more cafeteria.
Oh yeah, you bought your own food,
I was paying $5 for chicken wings and fries, and I didn't have to eat the cafeteria food.
God, yes.
I was one of the cool kids. Are you kidding me?
I remember that. So now, you've been with Taboo for decades.
Okay, so I joined Taboo Combo in 1994.
Oh my goodness.
1994. But in between that time, so I played with Taboo from 94 till about, I want to say 2001, 2.
Okay.
Like steady. And then my international career took over. So I was kind of in and out a little bit.
You help them when you can.
Exactly, and I always did.
So you're a floater. In our industry, we call it floater.
But but for the past 3 years now, so between 2009 and 2018, I wasn't around at all. Like,
what were you doing?
So I moved to London.
London, okay. What took you to London?
Well, one of my biggest hit songs is by a guy named Robbie Williams. It was a song called "Come Undone," and Robbie Williams is, or was, if you wanted to, since years, the biggest star in Europe. So that opened a whole big international door for me. So I was getting production and songwriting in Poland, in in Italy.
Oh my goodness!
A lot in France.
All right, mommy, there goes your dentist.
So and it was a great experience, like living there, just being over there. And although I was there when Tabou Combo was coming to play, either in France or when they were going to Portugal, like they were going to Cape Verde, or if they needed me in Martinique or Guadeloupe, I would go and do that in between. That. So
and that's one thing I've heard about Tabou Combo. So I'm so looking forward to meeting all the crew, including the young generation, the youngins, like they like to call them, the youngins, because it allows you to branch out, do your thing, but respect their foundation and their structure. And they allow you to float and pivot. I like that.
Absolutely. No, the guys, they themselves, they came to They came to New York when they were like, I think 17, 18, 19 to go to school. So very open-minded, very still Haitian with that strong Haitian mentality, but
work value.
Exactly. But
we have great work value.
They're all have an education. Has even done stuff with the UN, like when we went to play for the inauguration of President Obama, and stuff like that. So it's a very
I like that.
intellectual group. A lot of very intelligent guys in there. Copy as well.
Copy is phenomenal. I had an opportunity to chit chat with him. He's a funny dude.
Great guys, and they, like you said, they allow you to be you. They treat you like brothers. As a matter of fact, one of my best friends in life for years has been Leonard Valme, who plays in the band as well. And even when we're not on stage,
you guys stay in touch.
We not only stay in touch, we do stuff together. Like we'll hang out and go, grab dinner together, or
so it's a brotherhood.
Concert. Yeah, from last concert, it was. And it's gonna sound weird. What's the name? Jesus Christ! What was the show that Jennifer Lopez danced in back in the days with the Marlon Brothers?
Oh yeah. In Living Color.
So there was a rock band.
In Living Color, exactly. There's a black band called In Living Color.
Yeah, huge. So they were playing in Long Island. Fanfan, myself, and Ray.
You guys
we went, to the park and get to see them. So it's a real brotherhood.
I love that. I love that. And I like that especially for us, because we're told a lot of times that black people, due to slavery or whatever, we don't know how to support each other. We don't know how to have a real brotherhood or sisterhood. But I'm experiencing that with you.
No, we do. We're really cool. All the guys, they go to each other's houses. Because in bands, period, not just Haitian bands. In bands, a lot of times you see the guys, they get on stage and they perform,
and then that's it
for the business, and
then
they have no communication.
They have no beef
like
with each
they
other.
hate each other.
Yes,
they just get.
I heard that a lot.
Just for business, so. You can kind of feel. I think you can kind of feel it too, or see.
Sometimes
it
you can see it in the tension. You can see it
on stage. What you get with the crowd, because it's all energy, right?
Yes,
and if
yes, you can sense it.
If
sometimes.
it all aligns together, you get that full maximum, and it's better for the band.
So now instead of you 3, 4, 5 getting together, the whole entire band's gonna be there on Saturday, May
16th. We're gonna come and rock the show like we've been doing great shows. We just came from rocking Paris.
I heard. I'm like, nobody invited me. I would have flown to Paris.
And shout out to Annie Alert, who was there, who opened for us too. And yeah, it was great. Like, people were just, it's kind of like every time you think Tabou Combo is going down, they've been around for all these years, this and that, and then we go to these concerts, these places, and it's like people, it never ends. It's like,
it's
wow.
a rebirth.
Yeah.
It's a rebirth.
Yeah.
And I love that they are allowing younger generations, because people that grew up around my age who heard parents playing those kind of music, and now they're getting a chance to participate. I love that. And that talks about the evolution of the group. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. We have a new singer, Papito.
I heard of him.
Who's really, really good.
Okay, I gotta listen to
young
Papito,
guy
okay.
with. I mean,
his vocal is off the chain.
Yeah,
huh?
he's Shubu gave him his blessing.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's big.
We also have a couple guys sometimes due to traveling, and we're still figuring out
what position, where to
exactly
put them. Okay.
like Eminix. You know Eminix?
He
used to be in Zanglan.
Okay.
He just came to Paris with us.
Okay.
And we've also had Jumai. So these three guys between them, which are great, talented young guys.
They'll find their fit.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle,
Yeah.
Move them around until the colors match and the shape fits in properly.
Absolutely. And we're also working on some new music.
Okay, I was going to ask you about that. Is there new music coming out? New album? What's going on?
New things, new music. I don't know about an album, but definitely
new music.
Like an EP with
EP
a
is
few
good.
songs.
I forgot the word, the new technology.
Yeah.
Album is of the past.
Because not many people just put out 10,
No,
12
people
songs
download,
together.
I know.
Now it's like one song at a time.
One song, stream.
And
it's cost effective.
Yeah, it's cost effective,
and
it gives people the chance to really stay focused on that one song,
Relevance,
and then you can come out with another one in 6 months and come out, so you never.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the 16th of May, 2026.
So the 16th of May, Tabou Combo is going to be here in
South County. I have a flyer right here.
Okay, let's take
South County. Give you a little cheat sheet.
South Florida Civic Center.
Yes.
Okay, which is 16700. So 16,700, or if I want to put it, 16700.
Yes.
Jog Road.
Yes.
And that's in Delray Beach, Florida, 33445. And this is happening. Tabou Combo will be performing live.
Yes.
On May the 16th.
Yes.
In South Florida Civic Center. Once again, it's 16700 Jog Road, Delray Beach, Florida, 33445. And we're expecting to see everyone. And it's a Haitian Mother's Day celebration.
Yes, it is a Haitian Mother's Day
listen,
celebration.
I think everyone who wants to make their moms happy and their dad, bring your mom out. Come and celebrate with us. She's gonna dance, she's gonna have a good time, and that's gonna be one of the best Mother's Days that she's going to have incarnated in her mind, and she will always love you. Whoever does it, and she will love you more than your other siblings. So you gotta.
So there's a competition. Okay, he's trying to start some trouble. I'm going to pivot. Okay, no trouble. All of you come with mother. Call 561-255-3909 to get your tickets. If you want to sit a specific area, ESSI has its own table. My one table is already full. So I'm begging the rest of the guys that have multiple tables to give me one, another one. So if you want to sit with your people, the tickets are for sale. They're in several different locations. Listen to the radio, listen to our various shows that will talk about that. Definitely go on our website, What Do You Need? WATDOYOUNEED.com to see all the information and everybody who's selling tickets. Dany?
By the way, we forgot to say, here's the best part of the mother, which I told you your mother's gonna love you a lot for it. Dinner is included.
Oh yes.
And it's very early, so she could get to bed on time. It's from 6 p.m. to midnight. No excuses.
No excuse. And then you can take mom back home and go party some more.
Yeah.
So yes, he wants you guys to be having a competition between siblings. I'm saying all the siblings come together, get your tickets, sit at the same table, and if it's more than 10 of you, get another table next to so you guys can be close enough. Absolutely. But then everybody will meet on the dance floor.
Absolutely.
Everybody will meet on the dance floor.
And I have a special song for Mother's Day.
Oh,
I'll sing it for all the mothers.
You guys hear that, okay, mothers? And listen, I believe mothers are the people who provided you with life. Not necessarily birth you. You might have an aunt or an uncle or a niece or a nephew. Somebody in your life who actually mothered you. Because mother means birth. It means nurturing. So if you have people in your life who nurture you, you want to say thank you to them, come celebrate them on this day. Come with them.
Please do.
Just have a good time.
And by the way, this is open to everyone.
Yes.
Haitian, American.
Yes, yes.
And I always like to do this because, you know, whenever you hear Haitian band, it's
only
always
French and Creole. Sometimes Spanish.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of what I'm going to, one of the songs I'm thinking of singing to them. So, have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You gotta come and hear the rest when you come alive. I'm stopping right now. So see, this is that kind of Haitian band.
All right.
We're all gonna have a good time. Make sure you do this, okay?
So I'm excited too because this is the first time I'm able to bring my American friends, my non-speaking friends, my Bajan, my friends from Trinidad and from Barbados and from Jamaica, because they say you're always going to events. I say, yeah, but I don't want to sit there all night and interpret for you.
Yeah, exactly. We speak English.
Yes, I want you to be able to hear with your own ears.
Nous parlons anglais.
So Saturday, May 16th, if you would love to see this gentleman, better yet, hear this fabulous, professional, world-traveled, internationally known superstar that's changing the world along with the rest of the team from Tabou Combo, that's where we'll see you on Saturday, May 16th, from 6 p.m. to midnight.
Midnight, baby.
After midnight, if you turn into a pumpkin, that's not on us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Real Talk with Darlene Pierre-Louis. My guest was
Dany Pierre.
No Pierre-Louis.
Yep.
Dany Pierre of Tabou Combo. Have a great day on purpose.
Thank you. See you soon.
Real Talk. She's so cool, and she rocks. Italian Beauty, name is Italian Beauty. Let's go. She's so cool, and she rocks.